Hi everybody, my name is Jaden.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jason.
I'm Caden.
And we are the Who in the Torah YouTube channel.
Spit it out, Jay. How you doing?
Good.
A little early morning. Good morning, everybody out there. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you guys. We love you all. We are at the tail end of the writings of Abraham. And for those who have hung out with us through this reading series, much love to you guys and thank you. We hope that you guys are learning something. We are definitely learning things as well as we go through these things over and over again. Now, Eli, what happened to your head?
What?
Oh, the sting.
Is there even anything out?
Looks like Quasimodo. Poor kid came out looking like Quasimodo this morning, unfortunately.
Can you see anything?
Actually, I can't. But tell me about you getting stung last night.
There's like something big and black, probably like a bee or something.
In our house, at night, in our room.
It's like, I don't know, like 8:30 or something.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing the Bible, probably I'm reading. All of a sudden, it just comes up and lands on my face. I thought it was like a moth or something, so I slap it off. And it stings me in the face and on my finger at the same time.
That's welcome to the house in the jungle. Yeah, we live with ants. We live with dogs. That's Jerry. We live with lots of frogs and lots of bats and lots of snakes and lots of things that'll kill you. We live with little fuzzy, furry caterpillars that will put you into a state of shock and kill you, stop your heart as well.
Lots of spiders.
Yeah, spiders. Yeah, we have lots of spiders. The biting spiders, the non-biting spiders, the spiders that live in Miss Nicole's bathroom. She actually has pet spiders in her bathroom that she uses to kill the other critters that are in there. In fact, I took out one of her pet spiders one time. It was sitting there eating a cockroach, and she loved it. She kept it around, and then one day I took out this huge honking thing, and she was not happy with me that I killed her arachnid friend. And so here we are. This is life in the jungle. So much love to everybody out there. Quickly, I will go over this real quick. If you guys want to get, this is the last day at $59. We are going to be popping these up to probably $64. We figured out how to get these scriptures under 4.5 inches. So Miss Nicole is making a bigger book. So now this thing's starting to look like a dictionary at the size of the front of it. And so we got it down quite a bit, but there is still more cost as far as this goes. So the final price will be $64. We'll be putting that up tomorrow or the next day. Some point this week we will be putting this up. So this is the last days that you guys can get a pre-order. And it is a huge book. It has 103 scriptures, all restored names. It has 100,000 hours of love that we have sat and proofread, that we have taken care of. Yah Scriptures, that we put together the greatest translation you will ever find anywhere, and it is available to you. You will not find this collection anywhere. In fact, I've never seen a book that has over about 87, 88 books in it when it comes down to the Apocrypha. This has 103, and this has everything, and we have gone through these things with a fine-tooth comb, and we are working very, very hard. They will be available to your doorstep at the end of February, early March, Yah willing. And they are the printers and Miss Nicole, and we're working real hard right now to finalize these and get these rolling. So it is already on there. We've already put our payment into India. So it is on its way. So if you guys would like that, and if you guys can't afford this, or if you guys don't want to get one of these, that's absolutely no problem at all. You guys can get the PDFs of the exact same things that will be going to hard print in the same type font. So it's still a big font. So you guys can get these and you can see them. The first one right here it's in the description below. It's the 66 book. The other one is the 37 book, and it is. We're going to be putting a brand new revision out probably in the next under a week or so, and it will have the final two revisions of both of these that they are prior to us going to print. So those will be available free to everybody. As always, the Word of our Creator is free to everybody, and we hope that people will read it, and we hope that people will. Embrace their lives, make their lives better by that, by keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, and by understanding the heart, mind, and soul of our Creator. So with that, gentlemen, we are on chapter 141 of something like 150 or 160, I think. I can't remember on this book. Somebody give me quick where we are at, history of where we are. Eli, how you doing? Mr. Shy Guy, let's come up to the mic. Let's put it down. What did we do yesterday? Do you remember? Are you on the spot?
I think I've forgotten.
Do you feel like you're on the spot?
No.
Do you feel easier than you do now talking?
No.
So Eli's the shy guy. Let me tell you about the shy incident I had one time on this bus. So I was going on this bus, and I don't speak hardly any Spanish, whereas the kids all speak a lot of Spanish. Eli is so shy, he refuses to talk to anybody. He will talk.
This is like 5 years ago.
This is like 5 years ago.
I didn't know Spanish then either.
He did know Spanish then. He talks 5,000 miles an hour here at the house. So I'm on this bus, right? This huge bus. We're trying to get from point A to point B. And this bus driver guy comes back and starts yelling at me in Spanish. And he's saying something. And I look down to Eli. And Eli's just sitting there smiling at this guy. He's just smiling up. He doesn't say a word. I'm like, Eli, what did this guy say? The guy says it again. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck right where I'm at because I don't know if I'm supposed to go back. I don't know if I'm supposed to go to the side. I'm like, Eli, what did this guy say? And Eli just sits there with this big grin and just smiles at this guy. Shy guy, right? Finally, I'm like, Eli, what is this guy saying? And do you remember even what he was saying?
I think he said there's seats in the back.
He was telling us there were seats in the back. And I'm just standing there hanging on for dear life. And poor little Eli, he's gone through some shy stuff, but we try to put him on the spot as much as possible to help with the shyness. And he's just over there smiling at me like he did the bus driver. All right, Eli, how you doing, buddy? Now he's frowning at me. All right, can you give me please, a history of what happened yesterday? Or do I need to pass?
I actually don't remember.
Okay, all of that for absolutely nothing. Jade.
Yeah. All right, so yesterday we had Abraham. He was going to take Isaac to sacrifice. He lied to Sarah, told him he was going to take him to Shem. I mean, it technically wasn't a full lie because he will afterwards, but but before that, he has to go sacrifice him. And as they were going there, Satan kept turning himself into old man into different parts of nature, trying to stop them. And they kept telling Abraham and Isaac that you shouldn't be doing this. There's no reason for them to do this. They're just they're doing it for no reason. He shouldn't sacrifice his only son. He shouldn't let dad sacrifice him. Stuff like that. But they knew it was Satan, and they continued on anyways.
You know, a lot of people look at these stories and they're like, there's no God out there that would have him do this, right? They're like, this is cruel. Why did this happen? Why did our Creator? Why did this go down? Why is Jacob going to the Isaac going? Why is Isaac going to the table?
One, because he talked about it, said he'd be willing to sacrifice, and two, it was a test to see if Abraham and Isaac were trustworthy people, see if they were truly God's people.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Anyone else have anything? Anything from the other two? Eli? I know, there's nothing.
I do have a reason why I don't remember yesterday's.
Why?
So I'm doing Jasher, and this story's the exact same as this one. Like the same parts are happening.
Buddy, Jasher only has 155,000 words. It's only 2/5 of a million.
Understandable.
Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. 141. And on the third day, we saw the place afar off, which Yahuwah had appointed for the sacrifice of my beloved son Yitzchak. And I knew the place because of the glory of Yahuwah was there as a pillar of fire and a glorious cloud. And when I saw the place, I said unto my son Yitzchak, my son, dost thou see aught upon yonder mountain? And Yitzchak replied, yea, my father, for the glory of Yahuwah resteth upon it as a pillar of fire and a glorious cloud. Then I rejoiced that my son was found worthy to see the sign also, and we bowed down there and worshiped Yahuwah, our Elohim.
So one of that's similar to the cloud that led Israel out of Egypt.
Yeah.
Where only worthy people could see it? Could everyone see the cloud?
I don't know. That's a good question. I do not know that.
Maybe Moses saw it and everyone else, that's why everyone else had...
Oh, I think everybody saw this. I think they saw the fire and the cloud, or else they'd be complaining, where's our Elohim? We see no Elohim. He's not with us. And then,
they made a golden calf.
Well, that was because Moshe wasn't there. But yeah, I get the point. Okay, 142. As we approached the mountain, Yitzchak said unto me, my father, we have with us the fire and the wood, but we have no lamb to serve as a burnt offering unto Yahuwah. Explain now unto me the mystery hidden in this thing, that I may be obedient unto all which Yahuwah thy Elohim requireth of me. Then I rejoiced, for I knew that Yahuwah had revealed in the heart of my son Yitzchak that which we must do. Therefore I said unto him, Yitzchak, my son, Yahuwah hath chosen thee to be a perfect burnt offering unto him instead of the lamb. And this thing is a type of Ruach of Yahuwah, who is our first father, and his only begotten Ben, who is the lamb slain from before the foundation of the earth. So it seems like Father Abraham knew things that even today people don't know.
Right. He saw visions of this back a couple chapters ago.
Yeah, and
stuff, and he's like, he has sacrificed his only son. Abraham gets to feel what Yahuwah has to feel like when he has sacrificed his son, except he doesn't have to go through with it.
One thing that Abraham never says is he never says Elohim is going to go down and kill himself on the stake, right? And that's the thing that the church the Trinitarian ways, the satanic doctrines of the Trinitarian. That's what they will have you believe. Is they will have you believe the Father and the Son are the same deities, and they will have you worshiping the Son when we should not be worshiping the Son. We should be worshiping the Father. We should be praying to the Father and not the Son. 6. For surely Elohim will offer his only bin as a sacrifice upon the stake to atone for our sins and for the sins of all mankind, that all men might be redeemed from the power of death and be brought to stand before the judgment bar of the great Yahuwah, to be judged according to their works, that every man might receive a righteous and just judgment, and that mercy might have claim upon the penitent, the price of their sins having been paid by the bin of Elohim. Yea, surely, my son, we have chosen to represent the Father and the bin in this thing. And though I grieve to think of losing thee, my beloved, yet I rejoice that we are honored thus to represent Elohim. Now, this has had to be some very wild moments. Like, we're reading this in a calm, collective state. As these guys are there, as he's explaining this to him, I don't know so much as you're going to do this without, tears streaming down your face, about anguish, knowing what is about to happen. And, even though Abraham had faith in Yah, that Yah would create his descendant line all the way to the end, there's still a point where you're raising a knife to your kid and you're putting him in the place of an animal. And since they had done a tremendous amount of animal sacrifices, this is not anything new. A sacrifice is not anything new. They know how to kill animals. They know how to wrap them, put them on the altar. They know how to make this happen. They've done a lot of it. So, thoughts? Anyone?
No.
All right. And Yitzchak said unto me, I will do all that Yahuwah hath commanded thee, my father, with joy in my heart, that I am chosen to represent the bin of Elohim in the sacrifice. And I have this hope in me, that if we are faithful to all the commandments of Yahuwah our Elohim, I shall yet stand in the flesh with thee and my mother before the throne of the Ancient of Days, and receive from him the promise of exaltation and eternal lives. When I heard this answer, I rejoiced in my son Yitzchak, whose heart was pure and upright before Yahuwah. But the Ruach of Yahuwah constrained me to test him further. And I said unto him, Hast thou any thoughts or feelings which would prevent thy being offered as a perfect sacrifice before Yahuwah? For if thou dost in any way doubt the efficacy of this sacrifice, which is in the similitude of the sacrifice of the only begotten of the Father, which is full of grace and truth, it is not meet that thou shouldest be offered as a sacrifice before Elohim. So, what's happening here? What is he saying?
So basically, if there's any doubt, if he's not truly faithful, then he is not a worthy sacrifice.
Yeah, he's basically trying to instill doubt in his kid to test him even further. The test before death. Are you okay with this? Are you doubting this? Does this seem wrong to you in any way? You're about to die. Does any of this seem wrong to you? Life is about to be over. Okay, 5. But Yitzchak answered me, saying, O my father, as Yahuwah liveth, and as thou liveth as a Kodesh man of Elohim, I know that thou art a servant of the Most High Elohim, and that thou dost hold the keys of the fathers. Thou hast never asked me to do anything which was not of Elohim, but thou hast taught me by precept and example to serve Yahuwah, thy Elohim, in every act of my life. Shall I then shrink from being offered by thee as a sacrifice unto Yahuwah, thy Elohim? Nay, but I shall rejoice forever to have been so honored. Baruch is Yahuwah, thy Elohim, who hath this day chosen me to be sacrificed as a burnt offering before him. All right, boys. Did any one of you guys think that you guys would be walking into this particular arrangement with the same kind of mentality? Anyone?
Honestly, no. Probably not. I'd probably be very, nervous.
Very nervous? Yeah, very nervous, Jebs? Jay?
I don't know. I don't think I'd be okay being sacrificed. I don't know.
Eli?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be too good with it.
Would you guys be willing to be sacrificed for Yah?
If Yah said, go to sacrifice, I'd go to sacrifice.
You'd do it?
Yeah, I'd probably still be nervous, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, who wouldn't be nervous? I mean, you'd have to be like a crazy person not to be nervous over this. I mean, you'd be like a psychopath. 144. Thus we came unto the place which Yahuwah had appointed for the offering of my son, rejoicing in the glory of our Elohim. Yet I did weep at the thought of losing my beloved son Yitzchak, and at the knowledge of the pain this would bring to his mother Sarah, for their souls were united as one. Nevertheless, my heart rejoiced that I was chosen and with my son for this Kodesh ordinance, that we might thereby magnify the name of Yahuwah. I think we'll do one more chapter on this, but I would like to relate something that when I had to take my beloved best friend Panthro in for his final moments, I was crushed. My heart was crushed. My soul was crushed, and I'm still crushed to this day. I'm still crushed. It'll never be okay. It gets better, but it'll never be okay. And the entire drive, it was about a 40-minute drive. The entire drive, I was just in tears all the way to the table. I was in tears all the way to when we got back home with our dead buddy. It was crushing, right? Completely crushing. And the fact that our forefathers was able to pass this kind of a test when I could barely even pass the test with my dogs is something that we have to understand who and why these people are who and why they are acceptable before Yah in this situation and all the situations. And let's just read 144 and then we'll end this. Thus we came unto the place which Yahuwah had appointed for the offering of my son, rejoicing in the glory of our Elohim. Did I do one? Is this the same one? Okay.
145.
Are we 145?
Yeah.
Okay, 145. That's the one. Sorry, guys. And kneeling in prayer unto Yahuwah our Elohim, Yitzchak and I constructed an altar before Yahuwah. And I laid the wood in order upon the altar which we had built. And Yitzchak lay upon the altar, and I bound him there. And he said to me, bind me securely, lest I move beneath the force of the knife and profane the offering before Yahuwah. So I bound him securely, that he could not move upon the altar. And as I wept as I prepared for my son for the sacrifice, and Yitzchak wept with me. Yet our hearts rejoiced to have been found worthy of this great baraka. All right, so there you go. That is the story of Abraham and Isaac, and coming soon Jacob. All these guys, you know, the forefathers who were counted righteous in all that they did, in things of this nature. And as we have this discussion around this table, I'm sure they had that discussion. And I'm sure this whatever this time was back in the days, this very moment, there were some hearts breaking, there were people weeping and people wailing. And it's amazing that a person says things like bind me securely, right? I don't want to jump under the once you cut me with the knife. I don't want to be a victim of my fear of being cut and getting stabbed and profane this kind of a sacrifice. And you know, people don't see this. They don't see that our Creator was testing us as a people, testing us. And then what he did is he took his son, Messiah Yahushua, and he did the same thing. And it wasn't just a slight sacrifice. Right? Isaac would have gotten out easy if he would have only been a sacrifice here, because Messiah got tortured, right? He got beat. He got stabbed in the head. He got stabbed in the back. His flesh was ripped out. Everything that he had was annihilated. He was tortured literally to death before they hung him on the tree to finish him off. He had been beaten, and he was beaten for us. And all of this is for us, and it is a gift to us if we are willing to take it, if we are willing to accept the gift that our Creator has given to us, and we accept it by us showing our loyalty to Him by keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we know who our daddy is. That's how we know who our Father is. If we do not keep these laws, statutes, and commandments with every fervent being of everything that we have, then we are, by default, walking with Hasatan. And so these are the choices we have. Our Creator has given us time. If you're able to hear this message today, our Creator has given this message to all of us, wherever, whenever you guys hear this. Now is a day to accept that our Creator has come, accept His Torah, accept that Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy is the guidebook to life and what we need to put every bit of our being upon. And then we have a Messiah. And the Messiah did not come so that we can live in sin. The Messiah came that He would break the curse of our spiritual death through the Torah, because we will all die through the Torah. We will be judged through the Torah, but it is by Messiah that we have hope. So with that, guys, we will leave you with this. We hope that you guys have a wonderful day. We thank you guys again for being part of this family, for being part of us. And Eli, how's it going?
Good.
Good? What's that guy telling me? All right, guys. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good day. We are out.
Shalom.
And that didn't suck.